Good morning, true crime friends. And hey, South Carolina, I hope y'all are safe down there. There's a storm that's supposed to hit there today, and the same big hurricane hit Florida yesterday. I hope everybody is safe and dry and well wherever you are. Listen, we about to get into some true crime. But first, I need you to hit the like button on this video. You have to hit like on each one. Subscribe to the channel and join us over there in the back room. Become a member if you feel so moved. Look. We are still on the case of the state of South Carolina versus, oh Lord, Larry King Jr. and Christina. No, not Christina. Christina's the name of the victim. Rita Pangalangan. Rita Frazier, like her real name. I mean, her maiden name or her before this particular marriage or whatever name was Rita Frazier. And that's a lot easier for me to say. But y'all know who I'm talking about. Madam Meth over there. So look, yesterday, Larry King Jr., her partner in crime, took the stand. Honey, nothing makes me happier than when the accused takes the stand. Because I'm like, tell me everything. I want to hear everything from your side. And then I want to hear the cross-examination. So look, Fat Elvis got up there on the stand and he was like, praise God, I'm here to tell you about how holy and clean and sober I am right now. And I was like, who was this Mama Luke? I don't know this dude. He don't. We saw the pictures. We saw the mugshot. Turns out that mugshot was from 4 years ago. 4 years ago, he was deeply into his enthusiasm for narcotics. He was like the leader of the narcotics fan club or something like that. He was super high all the time. And according to him, he was a functional addict. Okay, you could be a functional addict. What you're not supposed to do is help to unalive people. Just little pro tip from me to you. You can't, that's how you know things have gone horribly wrong. And so he told this really compelling story. And if you just believe him, right, with no other evidence, you were like, oh, I see how this happened. So you had broke up with your girlfriend. Now look, this is his story now. This is what he says. He says, I broke up with Rita before 5 weeks prior to this happening, and we had gotten back together. Okay, cool. And so she came over with her daughter, and she and her daughter spent the night. Terrific. Great. In the morning, they had some sort of argument because he realized or came to understand or discovered or whatever that she had been cheating on him. And he was very upset. And his fees were hurt. He was just like, I'm having all the feels and this hurts my feelings. So I'm going to need you to leave so I can enjoy some more narcotics. And what happened to Ben and Jerry's? When you break up with somebody, aren't you supposed to just get you like a nice bucket of fried chicken and some Ben and Jerry's and listen to sad songs? Is that just me? That's not a thing. I thought that was like internationally known. But he didn't know that. He got sad and he had some narcotics. Maybe he had some narcotics before he got sad. Maybe the narcotics were the reason he was sad. I don't know. But this Miss Pangalangan was cheating on him and it hurt his feelings. And he said, Madam, could you please take your child and exit my premises because I am very sad right now and I need some time alone with my feelings and some meth. And so she was like, okay, but I can't lift my daughter. And he was like, don't you worry about it. I'm going to lift all 58 pounds of her. Yes, she was 13 years old. And only 58 pounds. Okay, yes, she has some like developmental disabilities, whatever, but 58 pounds is very small. Some people had described her as emaciated, and I hadn't really thought about it like that. But 58 pounds, child, 58 pounds is how much weight I needed to look like that. 58 pounds is not a lot of weight. So he's like, okay, I will, his story, gently scoop her and cradle her and deposit her into the car because I love children. Everybody knows I love children. I'm great with my own children. And then we're going to turn on the AC and make sure it's ice cold, but not too cold because we don't want to burn her we don't want to freeze her little delicate body. And we're going to put her in here. And then I'm going to go in the house and I'm going to ask you to leave. Now, keep in mind, we all watched the videotape of what went down that day because Mr. Larry King, he had a video camera, the Night Owl. That's the same one that Travis Rudolph's mom had. He has the Night Owl, and it's trained on the front of his house. And the camera is so sensitive that if a moth flutters by, the camera turns on. So now we know this camera's working. We know it's sensitive. We know it's capturing everything. Great. So what he said happened and what the camera showed happened, two different stories. So according to him, he gently placed the child in the car, and then he went back in the house, but not before making sure the air conditioning was on and the child was very comfortable and happy and satisfied so that she could have a beautiful long life. And then he went back in the house and minded his own business. And then Miss Rita followed him in and stayed for a little while. And then the next thing you know, she was like, oh, I must depart. Oh no, my keys are locked in the car. Let's go find a key fob. And according to him, he was like, oh, your precious child can't be left here home alone. Let me grab a brick and break the window. And she was like, no, because my car is more precious to me than my child. Let's drive 40 minutes away or whatever. Go get a key and come back and we could just let her out. I'm sure she's fine. And so he was like, okay. And then we came back. We still couldn't get the key open. We still couldn't get the door open. We finally get the door open. And sadly, she was unalive. Now, if you listen to his version of the story, this whole situation might have taken place over an hour, less than an hour. Now, then there's what the videotape says happened. Sir, we need to go to the videotape. We're not taking your word for it. Why don't you sit back and relax, and we're going to explain to you what we saw on the videotape. That is that you carried the child out, yanked open the door, jerking her head around, put her in the car like she was a bag of groceries, and not your favorite groceries. That was the bag with like the peas and the liver in it or whatever. The mama locked her in and turned on the AC, and y'all continued to stand there and have an argument or a discussion for a long time on the videotape. After a while, the whole time, you was adjusting the family jewels because clearly it was hot and you don't own drawers. And so then, after a while, y'all was kissing and making up. And he said, we went in the house to make up. Oh, so you went in the house to throw a hump into her. Okay, got that. Listen, that happens. I'm surprised y'all ain't just drop down and do it right there on the front porch as high as you was. So they went in the house to make up. They had some, around here we call that marital congress. They had some marital congress. Yep, they was over there convening the legislature. So they convened the legislature and came on out. Didn't take too long, thank goodness, because Lord knows what would have happened then. So half an hour later, he comes out unbathed, I'm quite certain, because him in the bath, back in them days, they was not on first name basis. And that's when she was like, oh no, let's play kissy face a little bit more. And then I'm going to check on my child, my special needs child, who has been sitting in a running hot car. She said it was running. Who knows if it was actually running. Running hot car. Yes, the windows are tinted darkly. And then she was like, oh, so we're going to stand here and talk for another couple of hours. And then I'm going to realize that, the baby is locked in the car. We don't want to break the car because, again, I don't want to break my precious windows. My precious child. I got other children. I got spares. This is just an extra. So they didn't want to break a window. They go get a key. They come back. They still can't get the door open. They finally get the door open and the baby's dead inside. It has been 5 hours. 5 hours. And the car was so hot that the child had blisters on her skin from like the seat belt and whatever. She got second-degree burns sitting inside that car. Here's the part that nobody has brought up that I need some more clarification on. And as if this entire video was not trigger warning enough, this is the triggeriest of trigger warnings. When the paramedics got there, Christina was face down in the tall grass. Why was she face down? I don't understand. At some point, they turned her over to see if they could perform life-saving measures, but y'all threw her in there like she was a bag of groceries. You dragged her out like she was also a bag of groceries. What is happening? Okay, and he's sad, and he was like, well, my feelings were hurt, and I was just trying to nurse my feelings. I don't know what that woman did, because she's a legal stranger to me. I'm sorry, what now? You and your lawyer, y'all just making up new terms. She's a legal stranger. What is a legal stranger? You know, the people that walk by that you be saying hello to, those are legal strangers. P.S. South Carolina, stop talking to strangers. Just don't do it. Don't do it. But she's a legal stranger. And now that the popo has come and you have a nice mug shot and everything else, oh, now he got clean and sober. He was a functional addict. Apparently during voir dire, they asked the jury pool, do you recognize anybody? One of the dudes was like, excuse me, I know him from my 12-step meeting. And brother, you clearly have not done your 4th or your 5th step. You are not living in the promises. Look, somebody from the meeting was like, And above all else, Just for the uninitiated, for those who do not know, who you don't want on your jury is somebody you know from meetings. You know why? Because they know all your business. If you've been working the program and doing what you're supposed to do, whatever, they know your business. Because you was up there sharing honestly, raising, yes, last night I did this filthy thing and that illegal thing and that immoral thing and whatever. But you know, I'm trying to live in hope or whatever. You don't want that person on your jury. Also, they looking at you like, this don't jive with what you've been saying in the meetings, because you said you was working a clean program, and now here you got, it's a dead body over here, and now you gonna tell me you wasn't out enjoying that narcotic? You a lying sack of sugar. So anyway, he got up there and told his sad tale, and I did not believe a word of it. You know why? Because I have eyes, and I saw the video, and the attorney was like, so you look a little different now. Apparently, you're filled with the Holy Spirit from your recovery. You also filled with chicken and fatback. So, and a lot of sweet tea. You've been enjoying some nice glasses of diabetes like they serve down there in the South. Shout out to my sweet tea loving fans. Me, myself, I'm a Splendor girl, but okay, whatever, do what you got to do. So he was like, yes, I know that narcotic helps you get skinny, but these days I'm healthy, I'm filled out, I'm strong. Okay, I am just eternally grateful he's not up there adjusting the family jewels. I honestly need to know what was living in his region. Because you know, it took a cream and a fine tooth comb to get that out of there. He might have had to shave the whole situation down. All that adjusting he was doing on that video, it's life in them, in that area of his particular anatomy. Now, what I want to see, what I'm dying to see, cross-examination. I want to hear what the other lawyer has to say. I want to hear a complete and thorough cross-examination of him. I might need to go back and watch it again because I want to know, sir, we don't see you trying to be this hero and rescue this child. We don't see none of that. And I am dying to hear what Miss Rita has to say. Because Rita girl, this child was not a legal stranger, whatever that means, to you. It was your flesh and blood. Well, she needs to get up there and say, I was so high, I did not realize 5 hours had gone by. Because if you want to know the truth, that's what happened. They was high, it was hot, and they were like, yeah, we blinked and 5 hours was gone. That happens when you high. Yes, I have a special needs daughter. I was exhausted. I was overwhelmed. I was out here just passing out my coochie like it was some pancakes or something. And so I was letting everybody get a taste. And then my main provider of the marital congress found out about it, and I had to beg for forgiveness. Yes, Mr. Larry King, I was convening the legislature with other ne'er-do-wells, possibly other narcotics enthusiasts in the area, but really, I just want to convene with you. Can we get a quorum, brother? Can we get a quorum? And so I went in the house, and I serviced him with some of my goodness and mercy. And then I forgot, because I was super high. I forgot that my special needs child was in the car. Also, I didn't really care that much because I was high. She should just get up there and say, like, please give me the least amount of jail time you could give me because I was high. This was not an accident. You had willful intoxication. You made yourself high. You forgot about everything else. You've been getting yourself high so that you could forget about everything else. Now you mad that you forgot about everything else? Ma'am? Listen, it's an old saying. When you order up poop, don't be surprised when poop gets delivered. She ordered up poop. All that smoking meth, the shooting meth, the drinking meth. I don't know how you take meth. How does meth come? Is it like a sugar? This man said she put meth in her coffee. Her morning coffee? Morning coffee is sacred. We are here for the coffee. We are big coffee fans here at the Gossip, the Rumor, and the Innuendo. What will we be without coffee? So she is defiling coffee with methamphetamine. First of all, I think that should be a level 1 felony. I don't know how felonies work. Like a A, a B, a C, a level 1, a top crime, whatever. I mean, it should not be like death penalty level. You should at least get a ticket and a strongly worded warning for defiling coffee like that. Justice for coffee. Also justice for Christina, because these people are freaking horrible. But look, in other horrible people news, I do not know if y'all have seen this because it is hot off the presses. Miss Raven Liberty. Have y'all seen the video? Have you seen the police footage of her being arrested last night? Honey, for domestic violence. I was like, oh, I'm leaning in. Please tell me more. So Miami-Dade police showed up at her house. Listen, I'm going to give you a minute to catch your breath because I am gagging too. I was like, oh, this video must be from like a couple of years ago. No, baby, this video is from last week. Oh, wait, it said August the 22nd, but it came out last night. She and her daughter were having a fight. Her daughter is out of control. First of all, cute little girl. She's like 13, real long hair, look like braids or dreadlocks or something like that. And this high-powered Raven Liberty. Raven, you live in the hood, girl. I'm not, no shade. The way you were portrayed as this high-powered lawyer, I somehow expected them to be rolling up to like a mansion. A mansion it was not. Listen, I don't live in a mansion either, but I'm not also a high-powered attorney for like all these celebrity people, but whatever, maybe you still got student loans, do what you got to do. So Raven, shady, honey. So her daughter got in trouble at school again. Apparently, her daughter gets in trouble all the time. Could you please stop squeaking that toy? You see me talking to the people. I'm gonna need you to pause, Miss Daisy. Anyway, so her daughter got in trouble at school and the mother took her phone. Okay, that's what happens between kids and parents. Her daughter got mad and started breaking all the dishes. What? Hey, I wish your child would break a dish in this house. Nope. Taking your behind to reform school today. I'm not having it. Listen, mine had a smart mouth and let his behind go. Nope, you got to go. Job Corps calling your name. You get down here. I don't care where you go and you getting the F out of here. You not staying up breaking my dishes? Oh, no. But you know, that started long before a dish got broke. It was a lot of stuff going to the left before the dish got broke. But whatever. So the girl got in trouble. She called her father and was like, I want to come to be with my father. And so Raven, who has primary custody of her two children, who had two children with her, but okay, Raven called the father and was like, come and get your child. And so he came over and they got into some sort of altercation. Also, how come she don't have a screen door? Okay, but whatever. He came, it looks like she lives in like a warehouse. You know what I mean? It does not look like a place where like humans would dwell. I've been to Florida quite a lot, actually, and I've been in all different kinds of homes. I just never saw a house that was laid out like this. Something about that house didn't look right to me. But okay, whatever. She's kind of out in the country a little bit, but I don't know. Her house was weird to me. So first, all you see is the baby daddy. He's kind of cute, but he got a baby with Raven Liberty. Leave him alone, ladies. Leave him alone. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, my kid's mom called me. She asked me to take the child because the child was acting up. Now she's saying I can't have the child because she's mad. These are the kind of games she plays. So I'm calling you guys so I could just get somebody to tell me something. Also, she's a lawyer and she knows the law. And so I don't know what kind of foolishness she's going to pull. They're like, hello, knock, 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 ma'am. So here come Raven in her pajamas. Like, yes. What's with her lips? What's happening with her lips? Her lips are like, yes. It looked like she puckering the whole time. I don't understand. She got a duck lip situation that's not cute. But anyway, so she's telling her side of the story. I wanted him to come and take the child because she got in trouble again. The police were out here 3 or 4 weeks ago. Really? I don't think the police have ever been to my house. My husband had a real bad accident a couple of years ago here at home, and they were here for that. Oh, and then there was the one time my child, when I was taking a nap, he took a nap and I took a nap, and then he walked down the street, and I was like, wait, what now? So they came for that, but there's never been like a domestic. Okay, so whatever. She got a 13-year-old daughter. I don't know about that life. I have a bunch of sons. So Raven was like, well, he came and I wanted him to take the child, but now he said something I don't like, so I don't want him to take the child no more. And he pinched me. See, I got a bruise. If you feel right here, you can see that I'm deeply, gravely injured. And so and so they were like, okay, get the child out here. So the child comes out and she's being all 13-year-old girl. And then she goes back in the house and she kicks over the mop bucket and she breaking things and whatever. The cops go back and forth between the two of them. And ultimately the children corroborated, yes, mommy smacked daddy. And so mommy about to get arrested. So they're like, ma'am, can you step outside? And she was like, what? They were like, we don't think we need the children to hear this. Can you close the door? So she closes the door on the warehouse where she lives. And they like, okay, turn around. And she was like, what? Castle doctrine. Child, she starts spouting out all kinds of laws. Is this a 423? Is this an ABC? Can I call somebody? Can I get bailed out? Oh, she knew the law. She knew how to get in and out of jail real fast. They booked her. The mugshot was ugly. And then she was right back home. But then her assistant came and stayed with the kids because she didn't want the baby daddy to take the kids. kids. Apparently, the daughter is out of control and at one point accused the uncle of assaulting her in an intimate, of SAing her. And so I'm like, wait, out of control, little Raven Liberty. So your uncle assaulted you at your grandmama and them house. Okay, that's horrible if it actually happened. But now you're recanting. Maybe it happened. Maybe it didn't happen. But today, mama and daddy had a fight. This entire house was chaos. Everything about this house is chaos. And so I was like, I feel sorry for these children. If they lucky, they end up in foster care because this entire situation is a mess. And Raven is like, I know the law. And the truth is, nobody would care about this case if Raven Liberty was not in the news for the Melly case. But since she's highly unlikable and in my opinion, not that bright, I'm like, ooh, Raven gets locked up. I'm just going to play this on repeat again and again and again. And hopefully she probably seeing some of her clients. Look, she might have picked up some clients while she was down there in the jail. Miss Raven Liberty, you might want to get your life together and stay off Court TV. Because you know Court TV was leaning in. Court TV was like, do you have other footage? Is there body cam footage of the last time y'all came for the last domestic assault? Because they all up in her business. And I am right here beside them like, what else you got, Court TV? Tell me everything. So look, there's no court down there in South Carolina today because of the storm. I hope that National Treasure Judge Clifton Newman is someplace safe. Judge Newman, you need to stay. Listen, I hate house guests, but you can sleep in my guest room. It's no storms up here. It's nice and dry in New Jersey. We growing tomatoes in the back. I'm gonna make you a nice fresh salsa. Whatever you need to do, Judge. I'm just trying to do my civic duty and keep the Honorable Clifton Newman safe. If you don't stop squeaking that toy, I'm about to send her to reform school. Does somebody have reform school for dogs? You know why they squeak toys, right? Because it reminds them of how great and fierce they are. That squeaking mimics the dying cries of a small animal. Only she's never been a Yorkie poo in the wild. And so the only dying she has ever seen is of like possibly an ant, maybe, but I think she's also afraid of ants. So, she over here playing pretend, squeaking things. While I'm trying to talk to y'all, she is rude. She needs manners. Anyway, look, I still need to do lunchtime true crime. I have to figure out what we're going to talk about because over there at the Fitz Files, they have let me down. They did not have a new updated case about Christina, whatever her name is, and her John Mello and her crazy boyfriend. So that buggery, the rose petal murder case, they don't have a new episode. They on to something else. And I feel deeply disappointed. But I'm gonna have to find some other true crime until the rose petal murder case comes back. But don't you worry, boo. I got you. I got you. We are going to talk about some true crime today at lunchtime. I have no idea what it's going to be yet, but I'm about to go figure that out now. Until then, I will see you soon. You make it a great day. Bye.